Let's talk about ranks for players, how to get them, and what they do. Hello, it is sisterguard here. Hopefully having a great day. I'm having a great day. We're back today and a Rise crossover because I've had a lot of questions in the past videos about ranks. So we're going to go over how to get the player ranks, how you go from basically having no rank all the way up to S, what the bonus is, and kind of how annoying they are, to be honest. That's the best way I can describe it. So, if you have not already, please make sure you smash the level like button, do the same subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's been a lot, and let's get running into it. So first things first, player ranks determine basically how much extra damage you do. Now, where you get player ranks is over on Solo Island. There's this big tower over here that has a C on it. So if you don't know from the anime, that's kind of, we're doing our testing center. So we have to go in here and take a test. So go ahead and take the elevators up to the top floor. They'll send you up here. Sorry, the game is kind of loading in. I don't know why it's being a little buggy. But there are several things up here. We're also going to have guilds up here in the future. And then we've got the rune shop. So the base level rune shop is also here. But if you take a right from when you've walked in, we're going to head on over here. And the rank test is right there. So we're going to go in here. We'll talk to this guy and he is going to give us our S rank test. So that S is the top. So basically how this works is you're going to have 20 rooms to go through in 10 minutes, which means you definitely need to have auto attack to do this. I'm just going to be frank, because if you don't, it's going to be rough. You need to clear a room every 30 seconds. As you progress from E all the way up to S, you're going to have to do different dungeons, different enemy types, and they are going to get stronger. So we're going to go ahead and do Braum. It is the dark dungeon setup, because there is different dungeon maps for each of the areas, if you didn't know. And so let's go ahead and get started. So while we're in here, basically, why do you want player ranks? Why do you want to get an S rank player rank? Well, ranks do two things. They increase your damage for your units. So that would be anyone of like your Baru, any of your SS units. So they increase it by 5% every rank. So that means E rank, which is basically the first rank you can achieve, gives you a 5%. D gives you 10. C gives you 15. D gives you 20. So that means A gives you 25 and S gives you a 30% buff to your unit's damage, which gives a big buff, especially if you're running with Baru. So an SS Baru now will do significantly more than that. I am only A rank. So that's why you want to go ahead and do it, just because it's going to increase the damage of your units by 30%. And it's not just your units. They also have added where it includes your weapons. So let me go on over here to my weapon real quick. We have the Twin Wyvern Vanquishers. This was 98 before the update. 98 billion. That's how much damage I did. Now it's up to 123 billion. And once I complete this next one, it's probably going to bump up another 5 or 6 billion as well. So that is insanely good for me. Now, I've heard people complain about this, that your rank should be based off your damage. It should be based off a bunch of other things. This is the S rank test. These guys have 1 billion hit points. Had they scaled it off to where Clover is and made it so that it was, you know, a lot harder, probably could have done that, yeah. But this is really good early game. This is to help us get over the fact that unless you have a full team of like Baru G units, you cannot do Clover solo, especially the higher ranks. You have to do it in a group. And I do want to remind everyone, this game is based off of solo leveling, a game where he does it by himself most of the time. So honestly, I think this is a really good upgrade. It is something I kind of commented about in my other video, that we got an upgrade, which it's a rank system, it's a title. Honestly, the only thing this is going to do is basically help you. I don't understand why people are upset that we got this. It's a damage increase for everybody. Late game players, everyone's going to be able to get to S. Early game and new players, they're only going to be able to get up to E, D, or C. So I'm really confused. There's a lot of people angry about this. I don't know why. I think it's a good addition. We basically just got a 30% damage buff without them scaling anything. Now, does it take 30 minutes, maybe a little longer, to complete all of them if you're trying to get up to SS? Yes. Is it a little bit annoying that you don't get anything from them as well? Yeah, but it's to be expected. It's a test thing. It's not supposed to be like actually doing the dungeon. So honestly, I feel like it's a big boon for everybody. And I mean, it's kind of cool to have. Now, my one big complaint, and this is just because I'm a content creator, is I want to be able to remove my name above my head. I don't need to see it all the time. I know what my name is. That's my one complaint, because making thumbnails from now on is going to be a booger. And I'm going to have to put it against a solid backdrop so I can erase it. And yeah, just that's kind of my only complaint, is I wish they would get rid of or have a setting where I could not see my name. That's kind of my only big complaint with this. Yes, the dungeons are exceptionally long at 20 rooms. I'm still talking and we're still going, okay? That's how long this has been. I'm trying really hard not to mash my Q button, because that's pretty much the fastest way to do this, is mash the Q button through the entire dungeon. I'm trying really hard not to do that so y'all don't hear it in the audio, but I understand why they did the length of the dungeon. I understand why they did, you know, everything else. I'm fine with that. Now, something they could add with this in the future, guys, is once you get a certain rank, maybe there'll be other upgrades we can get in the future, or maybe there'll be other ways that we'll be able to do tests like this to be able to get upgrades. Honestly, I think it's a good thing, because now they have a system in place that they can build on. So that's another good positive of this is not an easy system to do, to implement into the game. They got it in with very little bugs. Okay, I want to comment that. They got this in and it works great. This should be very, very good news for everyone, because a system like this where, you know, you have to do a certain thing to earn that, that's not an easy system to implement, which means the future for this game is incredibly bright, and I'm incredibly excited for it. Now, however, one thing I will recommend that most people do, if you don't have your rank up yet right now, don't worry about it until after the battery event has ended. At that point, then go worry about your rank. Right now, you need to be concerned with it? Absolutely not. This will also mean, because we get a buff to damage as well, go ahead and start working on getting you a nice sword. Go get some nice enchants. That's been something I've been working on. Honestly, I feel like they kind of also buffed that as well. So that's a huge boon. Huge boon. God, I forgot how long this was. I think I am nearing the end, even though I've been yapping a lot. This has brought forth the attention of how many rooms left are in the dungeon. I do think that is something they need to add. Especially if you're doing trial like this, and for newer players who don't have like super OP units that can go flying through. I would love to see them add that now. Please. And at the very end, we have a boss. So we have a 10 trillion meat falcon, and we're done. And when we rejoin, we should be S rank, which means I'll get another damage boost. So Baru will go from 36 billion to, or 366 billion to 381 billion. My weapon went up to 128. Okay, I'm incredibly happy about that. So I don't understand the negativity about that. So if someone's not happy with the system, please let me know in the comment section, because I'm trying to comprehend. But hopefully this video explained where you can go ahead and get the ranks, what they do, and how they work. Because I've had a couple people have asked questions about that, and so I just wanted to make sure that was, you know, clarified. And this is something I can easily work on while we have that Baru event going on at the moment. So I just wanted to get this out there, make sure everybody knew. I'm going to go back to working on weapons, because I now have a weapon that does more damage than Baru. And that damage multiplier we just got from ranks made it even better. Let's go. All right. I will see y'all next time.